guys, I'm Parbram.
I'm Muskan.
I'm Archie.
And today we are going to watch how the US Super A-10 Warthog goes to war. So what I heard in a recent video was that they are retiring the A-10 Warthog. But now we are seeing that it will go to a war. How will that happen? Because if it is retiring, then we can't see it anymore. So let's watch this. Whoa! There was a truck. So this jet is normally used for very low flying missions. You know, it has a gun in the front. You can see the nose.
Oh yeah.
Welcome back, Commanders, to Navy Dock.
It uses
Okay,
that.
Today we are
revolves
discussing an
and
ultimate weapon, the A-10 Thunderbolt II, nicknamed the Warthog. More than just a legend, it is ready to go head-to-head with the most modern ground threats. This is an aircraft where its rugged, ugly exterior is directly proportional to the affection infantrymen feel for it. When those engines whine and that signature bird tears through the sky, a sound often likened to the chainsaw of death, soldiers on the ground know they are making it home alive. Despite the arrival of the stealth F-35, the A-10 remains a formidable contender. With the 2025 upgrade package, often referred to by experts as the Super Hog initiative, this tank killer possesses firepower and durability far exceeding its original design limits. While fifth-generation fighters focus on stealth and beyond visual range combat, the A-10 remains loyal to the in-your-face philosophy, flying low, flying slow, and delivering kinetic brutality at ranges where the pilot can see the fear in the enemy's eyes. Forged from the bloody lessons of the Korean War and inheriting the legacy of the Douglas A-1 Skyraider, the Warthog was born to dominate the battlefield. So, what upgrades help the A-10 maintain its unique status? Let's decode how the 2025 A-10C variant is shaking up the global military landscape. Rewind to the 1960s. The Pentagon realized a grim truth. Victory doesn't lie in nuclear weapons, but in the ability to effectively support infantry.
Well said.
At that time, American military thinking was obsessed with Mach 2 speeds and long-range guided missiles. Strategists feared that if the Cold War turned hot, tens of thousands of Soviet T-62 and T-64 tanks would flood through the Fulda Gap in Germany like a wave of steel, sweeping away everything on the road to Paris. The U.S. Air Force needed something that could stem this tide of steel. In the Vietnam theater, the aging A-1 Skyraiders exposed a fatal weakness: slow speed, limited firepower.
They were really slow.
They became easy targets for dense anti-aircraft artillery and the tropical jungle canopy. Although the A-1 Skyraider had decent payload and loiter time, its radial piston engine was too fragile against modern flak. Meanwhile, trendy supersonic jets like the F-4 Phantom II or F-105 Thunder Chief flew too fast, often over 430 knots, making it impossible for pilots to spot small, concealed targets,
See the tail?
leading to poor accuracy and a high risk of blue-on-blue friendly fire incidents. The U.S. Air Force needed a breakthrough solution, a flying fortress capable of crushing Soviet tanks and breaking enemy lines to protect the Marines. This project was heavily influenced by the fighter mafia, rebellious military strategists like Pierre Sprey and John Boyd. They fiercely opposed the trend of building expensive, complex, yet temperamental aircraft. They wanted a crude plane, cheap, easy to maintain, durable as a tank, and carrying the biggest gun possible. In September 1966, General John P. McConnell ordered the launch of the AX program. The race to find the ultimate ground attack aircraft began. 6 contractors entered. In the end, it came down to a showdown between the Northrop YA-9A and the Fairchild Republic YA-10A. After a grueling series of fly-offs, the YA-10A emerged as the absolute victor. The YA-9 had a design quite similar to the later Soviet Su-25 Frogfoot, with engines mounted at the wing roots. However, Fairchild Republic's YA-10A featured a more bizarre but vastly superior design. engines mounted high on the fuselage to avoid ingesting debris from austere runways and to mask their infrared signature. The twin vertical tails shielded the engine exhaust and increased stability if one tail surface was blown off.
Oh wow.
This ruthless
That's very
pragmatism is what secured the A-10's victory on January 18, 1973. The USAF set almost impossible technical parameters. A 30mm rotary cannon, a 16,000-pound weapons payload, takeoff capability from short 4,000-foot strips, and operation in all weather conditions. This was the first American aircraft designed specifically for close air support. Its soul is the GAU-8 Avenger cannon, a masterpiece of mechanical destruction.
Oh.
Let's pause for a moment to talk about this monster.
Oh wow.
In reality, engineers didn't mount a
Such
gun
big
on the
cannon
A-10.
inside a
They
jet.
designed the
Yeah.
airplane around the gun. The GAU-8A system and its massive ammunition drum weigh 4,029 pounds, accounting for
Like a
roughly
car?
16% of the aircraft's unladen
Very
weight.
heavy.
It is the size and weight of a Volkswagen Beetle. The GAU-8 can
Crazy.
penetrate tank armor from a range of 4,000 feet.
I thought
With a
normal
terrifying
machine
rate
gun
of
weight.
fire of 3,900 rounds per minute, it rains down 65 rounds every second with 80% accuracy. The average recoil force of this cannon hits 10,000 pounds force, which is actually greater than the thrust of one of its two TF-34 jet engines.
Oh.
There is a rumor that if fired continuously, the plane would stop in midair. While that is hyperbole,
It
the
can
recoil
stop the
does
plane?
physically slow the aircraft by a few knots during a long
Yes,
burst.
the jets are firing backwards.
To
it is
ensure the
firing
plane
frontwards.
doesn't yaw off course when
wow.
firing, the cannon is mounted slightly to the left of the center line, so the firing barrel aligns perfectly with the aircraft's center of gravity. This forced the nose landing gear to be shifted slightly to the right, a fascinating asymmetry visible if you stare it dead in the face.
Oh.
The A-10's magazine mixes armor-piercing incendiary and high-explosive rounds. The Avenger remains the most powerful aircraft cannon ever built, making the A-10 the Grim
Oh, the
Reaper for
name
any
is
armored
Avenger.
force. Beyond the gun, the A-10 integrates AGM-65 Maverick missiles and the AGR-20 precision guidance system. This combination creates unprecedented multi-target destructiveness.
Wow.
During Operation Desert Storm, A-10 pilots utilized the Maverick so effectively that 90% of these missiles were launched from Warthogs, obliterating thousands of Iraqi tanks.
It was such an
Encased
important
in the
jet.
titanium
Yeah.
bathtub armor, the A-10 shields its pilot against 23mm anti-aircraft rounds. Its tenacious survivability and overwhelming firepower make it a priceless asset in large-scale campaigns. As global threats shift, the Air Force has decided to keep the A-10 in service. It is a nightmare for supply convoys, hunting insurgents and providing direct support to special forces. Since entering combat in 1976, the Warthog has undergone multiple metamorphoses. This airframe is projected to keep its wings over the battlefield until beyond 2040.
2040.
No other asset can replace its role.
Not retiring at
The
all.
magic lies in its aerodynamic design. Despite being large and heavy, the A-10 is incredibly agile at low altitudes. It is built to operate from rough,
Perfect
debris-strewn
example for
forward
old school.
airstrips.
Actually.
Its long, straight wings with massive surface area generate immense lift, allowing the A-10 to loiter at extremely low speeds, around 160 knots, without stalling. This capability gives the pilot more time to scan the battlefield with the naked eye, distinguishing between shrubbery and enemy camouflage.
That is why
Its
the ground
ailerons
force
can
loves
split
this
open
plane.
to act as air brakes, stabilizing the aircraft during steep dive bombing runs. The two General Electric TF-34 jet engines are mounted high on the tail, separated from the fuselage and wings. This placement masks their infrared signature from heat-seeking missiles and prevents foreign object damage ingestion. The TF-34 is a high-bypass turbofan, similar to commercial airliner engines. This design results in cooler exhaust, significantly reducing the risk of lock-on by heat-seeking missiles, while being extremely fuel-efficient, allowing the A-10 to patrol for 2 to 4 hours without aerial refueling.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Although Congress once considered replacing the A-10 with the F-35 Lightning II
Yeah,
at a
that's what
cost
I
of
heard.
$4.2 billion,
Ooh.
battlefield reality proved otherwise. The F-35 flies too fast and is too expensive to operate.
Yes.
More importantly, in counterinsurgency wars, using a $500,000 missile from a stealth jet to destroy a pickup truck is a horrific waste.
Ah, yes,
The A-10
actually.
does it with a few $100s worth of cheap shells.
Smart.
To cement its status, the A-10 underwent the comprehensive Suite
Because if
10
this is
upgrade
damaged,
package
it is not that
and
costly.
the A-10C
Yeah.
program. Digital cockpit systems and laser-guided capabilities were integrated. From a purely analog aircraft with steam gauges and paper maps taped to the thigh, the A-10C transformed with two 5x5-inch multifunction color displays, showing moving digital maps and feeds from sniper or lightning targeting pods. The HOTAS stick, borrowed from the F-15E Strike Eagle, allows pilots to manipulate every weapon without lifting their hands from the controls. A critical leap was the V-12 communication system. This technology optimizes coordination between pilots and paratroopers, specifically in combat search and rescue missions. In SAR missions, the A-10 often assumes the Sandy role, the on-scene commander, flying low to suppress enemy fire, creating a safety perimeter for rescue helicopters to swoop in for extraction. The Warthog isn't just a machine. It is a thunderous statement of U.S. tactical air power in the 21st century. Speed is no longer the sole factor for survival. Modern tactics rely on striking from beyond the enemy's reach. With new weapon systems, the A-10 no longer needs to dive into low-altitude air defense nets.
You can just stay
It
up there and
obliterates
attack.
targets from a safe standoff distance, displaying incredible flexibility in
Both
the
the
sky.
capabilities.
When night falls, the Hog still rules the battlefield. Modern night vision goggles allow
Nighting.
pilots to hunt from medium altitudes and even engage enemy warships using AGR-20 guided rockets. The U.S. Navy recently coordinated with A-10s in counter-fast attack craft exercises. With the ability to carry a massive load of guided rockets, an A-10 flight can wipe out an entire swarm of suicide boats threatening a carrier.
Oh, wow.
Major Kading, a veteran commander, once asserted, "Survival isn't just about thick armor. It's about smart tactics."
Yes.
And the A-10 possesses both.
That is why
In
they can't retire it.
2019, the Suite 9 software upgrade package completely altered the tactical landscape. For the first time, the aircraft's onboard computers established a direct digital handshake with forward air controllers on the ground. This is the SADL and Link 16 architecture. Instead of screaming descriptions over a radio, ground troops simply mark coordinates on a tablet, and that location instantly appears on the A-10 pilot's HUD as a red triangle.
Oh,
Wow.
Friendly force positions are displayed in real time on the pilot's screen. This effectively eliminates the risk of blue-on-blue incidents in the chaos of close-quarters combat. The real power lies in multitasking capability. With a single button press, the pilot can ripple-fire 6 guided bombs onto 6 different targets simultaneously. The ballistics computing system allows for the deployment of GBU-38 or GBU-31 JDAM smart bombs with absolute precision in a single pass over the target area.
oh
The
my God.
IFFCC continuously calculates windage, altitude, airspeed, and dive angle to display an impact point accurate to the meter, turning even dumb iron bombs into precision weapons. The Hobbit helmet technology,
I think the
also
precision
known
is
as
the
the
biggest
Scorpion
advantage.
HMCS, acts as the pilot's God's eye. It tracks the operator's head movements, synchronizing their line of sight with the Scorpion targeting
Wow.
system. You look, you shoot. This system projects tactical symbology onto a monocle over the pilot's right eye. If a missile warning system detects an incoming threat, a red arrow appears pointing to the missile's vector,
Oh.
Crazy
allowing the pilot to
technology.
react in a split second without ever looking down at the instrument panel. But what terrifies the
Wow.
enemy most is the sheer depth of the magazine. The A-10C carries 16,000 pounds of ordnance across 11 hardpoints under the wings and fuselage. This payload is equivalent to a World War II B-17 heavy bomber, but packed into a highly agile tactical airframe.
Oh.
The loadout list is a symphony of destruction. Mark 82 500-pounders, Mark 84 2,000-pound bunker busters, GBU 39 small diameter bombs,
It is
and
very, very
incendiary
useful.
cluster munitions.
Yeah.
Specifically, the GBU 39 small diameter bomb is a revolution. Each A-10 hardpoint can carry a quad pack of 4 SDBs. With a glide range of over 60 miles, the A-10 can neutralize 16 different targets from absolute standoff safety, without ever entering the danger zone.
Oh.
We cannot overlook the AGM-65 Maverick air-to-ground missiles, 2.75-inch rockets, and AIM-9 sidewinders for self-defense. Although not a dogfighter, the A-10 famously shot down 2 Iraqi helicopters using its rotary cannon during the Gulf War.
Oh.
With modern
It is
AIM-9X
battle-tested.
missiles, it is fully capable of defending itself against UAVs and armed helicopters.
Wow.
To counter enemy missiles, the A-10 carpets the sky with flares and chaff, combined with advanced electronic jamming suites. Thanks to upgraded situational awareness, pilots no longer have to strain their eyes searching for friendlies through smoke and dust. Digital data paints a crystal clear tactical map.
When I heard the news of A-10 getting retired, I had the same question, that it is so important and so useful. Why are you retiring it? And I think so this video shows it that they are not retiring it because they want to use it to 2040 and they are upgrading it continuously. And it is very, very helpful for the ground troops, because when you see a jet flying low and then attacking your enemy, that is so helpful and so nice to watch.
That was something very informative, because we have seen the jets that are fly high and they have different capabilities, but this was very different, that it fly lows. And also there was this war and 97% of missiles were used by this jet.
Actually.
So as we have seen in this video, this aircraft was battle tested, and look how fascinating it was to watch them destruct the helicopters one by one.
Actually, so what do you guys think about the A-10 Warthog? Do let us know in the comment section below. So do like, share and
Subscribe.
bye.